Yes.
Um, this is with Doc Rowe. What's going on, big guy? Doing,
What
man?
up?
And apparently, my stream has basically froze, and I don't
Lel.
know why it's not switching the screen. But we're gonna just start talking it anyway. How you been, man?
I'm alright. I'm alright. Woke up about 4 hours ago, so I'm fucking peachy. I took a shower. I got my Red Sox hat on. I'm fucking great.
Red Sox, yeah. And welcome to the show, everybody. This is the Sunday Dose, the pilot episode, episode 0. Today is June 15th, 2014. We're ready to have some fun.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, let's talk about what we're doing. I mean, because for the episode, you know what we're about. So we're basically doing. We're gonna talk about nothing, right? Mostly, we're gonna talk about news. Let's start off. We can talk about everything. Mostly, I'm gonna be covering, especially Blizzard, and in particular Diablo, because that's a game I'm heavily playing. We'll both be talking about League of Legends, the EU scene, and we got some other stuff, for this week, just to try out and see what you guys think about it. And I guess if there's anything to add, Obi, and now is the fucking time, bitch.
Oh, wow. I'm glad this is explicit because you're just going to blow us up all game long, all day long, right? This is episode 0. It's a pretty good reason for geeks to wake up on Sunday. What was that?
It's technically episode 1.
It's actually technically episode 0. You leave me alone.
I won't leave you alone, sir. Fuck you.
No, I've already told you no. You're not my
If
type.
you,
You're a redhead.
if
I
you
don't
guys,
like redheads.
well, see ya. I'm out.
See you, Doc. Nice having you around.
See ya, nerd. uh, no. If you guys have any problems with explicit content, fuck out. That's basically what this is gonna be.
He's not being that mean. It's really not that mean. It's just how he is all the time. So yeah.
One thing you guys should know: I'm from origin, and wearing and all that shit is what I do.
And I'm not even gonna say anything. I think everything.
You know what? Screw you, Yogi. I got my Red Sox hat on. I'm bro.
Oh yeah.
I'll drink my coffee. Bitch.
And Yogi, we want to know because I mean Yogi's reason is
Yeah.
pro Yankees, of course.
Well, if you don't see the doc edit I did, remember the World Series? Let me get who won that series. All right.
Yogi, that's for you, buddy. So, like Doc said, we are going to be talking about Blizzard. We are going to be talking about Riot Games. And Riot Games, when I say that, it's nothing but to do with NA. Yes, I live in North America. Yes, Doc lives in the Netherlands. So we're both either Europe or NA. So we're going to talk about primarily in this show, the Sunday Dose is going to be the EU scene, the EU gaming scene as a whole. Even though we are talking about Blizzard and Riot mostly, we're going to touch on a little bit of DreamHack this show, and we're going to get on to, a little bit of the some of the stuff from the World Cup, the MLB standings. So we're going to just get a lot of things to cover today. I know Doc's laughing at me right now. He took his hat off for, you just didn't want to dog Yogi anymore or something, or what?
Well, I don't want him to feel too sad about it. So, I don't want him to crawl in a corner and cry all day. So,
The problem,
I guess I guess I should be a bit nice, huh?
Right. Well, he was raised in New York, so it's Red Sox are just the poop of the bucket, is what he says.
Yeah. Wascally Wabbit.
You're like, what? Screw you, Yogi.
Anyway, how about we jump into the first thing? I
do have a few more things to say, though, first, before we go. We are right here on Geeky Antics on Twitch, of course. If you guys are watching us live, welcome to the show. If you guys are hearing us on Jesus, on any syndications, we are here Sunday morning, 9 a.m. We just started a little bit early today, just because to see how it went, see how, who'd show up and say hi. So we do want to say thank you very much to geekyantics.com, geekyantics.net, and as well as any of our buddies that are, of course, over at All Games. We love you guys as well. But this is, yes, one of I think the second show, I believe, on Geeky Antics, which is just exciting for us because we got our flagship show, which is basically a show, Gaming Death Podcast, which they started a couple weeks ago, which we're very happy to have them as well. And, of course, one of our newest members right here, right next to me, partner in crime on this show, Doc Rowe.
Oh, shit.
So we're going to get right into it. Go ahead, Doc.
Yeah, no, Yogi was saying, or whoever is on Geeky, that your mic is lower than mine. I just lowered mine, so you won't have to mess with your settings. Just let us know if, the audio and whatnot is not equal or one is louder than the other. I am using a shitty webcam mic at the moment because mine broke. So that's a work in progress. I don't have any money. You're going to have to deal with it. Fuck you.
Unless you want to donate. You want to donate to Doc, he will get a headset tomorrow.
Exactly. You can do that at Docro Games on Twitch. I'll type in the chat. There we go. That's me. And let's jump into the first thing. And that is, for me, Diablo. Well, 2.0.6 just came out like 6 days ago, 7 days ago. It's been up a week. Major switch was crafting materials. You had Legend, for those that don't know, in the new Reaper of Souls expansion, they added crafting materials, legendary materials, which meant you had to farm over and over, like one try and get that drop, getting rid of the monster power meters. Most people, they just hit 70, they gotta start farming for gear. Now, what they did in this patch is, well, the legendary crafting items, like let's say you had to kill the final boss to craft legendary bracers. And so you had to kill them over and over and over and over again to try and get that thing. I farmed that shit for like weeks to try and get one drop off of that dude because RNG is fucking mad at me. I do not know why, but that's just the way it is. But in 2.0.6, they stated that the legendary crafting items, as they were, as you hit 70, you want to get rid of your yellows, start going to legendary items. Now, the legendary crafting items prohibited that from happening because you have to farm those bosses at least on torment levels to get, a bit of a drop chance. But that didn't happen because people would just, start farming master, then go expert, all that stuff, and then work their way up. So it took ages to farm that shit. So you had to switch over to your main account or main character and start farming on torment levels there. Now they got rid of that. And why is exactly the reason I just told you. So you can craft shit when you just hit 70, craft some legendary shit, and start farming for your set items. People were mad.
Yeah.
Because they spent so much fucking time in farming that stuff, which are now useless. Complete and utter useless. So what they did was, to make it at least a bit bearable, they increased the sell price off of it. I had like about 15 legendary crafting items because I hate farming. I sold that. I was on like 1 million gold and instantly I got 11 million. They sell for like 500,000 a piece. So that's what's good. Now, once you hit 70, you can start crafting if you have the other materials. That happened in 2.0.6. That was the major change. Now, we can talk about class changes, whatnot. But I think if you read the patch notes, I'll link it in, or we can link it somewhere. If you want to read through the patch notes, that's all good. I'm just going to touch briefly on the major changes. Next patch is going to be legendary. The first big-ass content patch. Mm-hmm. Guess what happens, Ovi?
I don't know. They blow everybody up.
Almost. They're going to put in ladders.
Great.
Same as in World of Warcraft, people may know. You got seasons, and they're going to bring that into Diablo as well. Mm-hmm. What that means is, in Reaper of Souls, you can do bounties and rift, and the rifts are going to be the main focus of the seasons. You level up a new character, mm-hmm. and with that character, you're going to do tiered rifts with rankings and all that good stuff. There will be tiered rift only legendaries, so there's going to be a whole new shit of legendaries that are going to drop, and yeah, you can get it competitive in a stupid dungeon crawler.
Right. Well,
which is pretty good.
Right. And what Doc's talking about, guys, if you play Diablo 3, it's awesome. I started it last week, and of course I only could get the trial account to get up to level 10. but it's just, oh my god, I like it. And I thought
Yeah,
about
exactly.
going back and playing WoW again. I got a lot of people that are messaging me back and forth. Please come back to WoW. We want to play WoW. We want to play WoW. I really don't want to play WoW.
Nah.
I mean, I love everybody there. Thank you for the good times that you gave me, but I can't. I can't realistically go back to a game that I spent, I mean, literally hours. I mean, Doc, you were there.
I
You've
mean,
been there
yeah,
before, where
I played
you
that.
gotta spend like 10 hours a day just to get things that other people have, to be competitive just in PvP, and let alone PvE. I mean, you gotta farm, and if you're any kind of patches behind, like I'm about 3 or 4 patches behind right now. One, I gotta update everything. Two, I gotta say, okay, hey, I got full Grievous. Well, guess what? They got 2 more sets after that now. So
Yeah.
instead of me having, hey, I got the best of the gear, I had the best gear when I left, or when I didn't stop playing. Now I have to go back and I gotta farm. I mean, I got a 20,000 conquest cap, dude. Who in their right mind is gonna sit there and do 20,000 points worth of conquest? Nobody.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Speaking about World of Warcraft. Now we're on that topic anyway. Um, as I talked to you before, just before we started, the new MMO, Wildstar.
Yeah, can't wait. I want to get that
Since
one.
we're
I
what?
said I'm gonna get that one.
Yeah. Um, there is one thing. I mean, people have been talking every time a new MMO came out. People have been joking around, new new WoW killer, and it never happens. I mean, World of Warcraft is still the most played game in the history of MMOs. Now, this game, Wildstar, could surpass World of Warcraft, and this is the reason why. World of Warcraft has been talking about going free to play for about a year. They already started doing that with the in-game
Mm-hmm.
purchases. They opened up a shop. You can buy your instant level 90 or whatever. You can buy pets. You can buy mounts in that thing. Um, but there's one thing they're not selling, which Wildstar is. Buy your monthly subscription for in-game currency. One month of game time in Wildstar costs 5
Okay, wait,
platinum.
wait, wait, wait. I'm gonna reiterate that because I don't think people heard you right there. Wildstar, one hand, WoW on the other. WoW, the biggest MMO in the world. Wildstar, brand new. WoW, you have to pay $15 a month via something outside the game, credit card, whatever, game card from the store. Now, Wildstar is actually saying, he just said, literally, you can farm up for a week. Okay, just get a one platinum. Say, what do you say? Your buddy got like 1 platinum per day doing PvP.
Yeah. So this is the thing, right? It costs 5 platinum. The way the currency works is copper, silver, gold, platinum. I think. I'm not 100% sure, but
Makes sense.
I'm 90% sure that's how it works.
Mm-hmm.
Now, a game time subscription for 1 month costs 5 platinum. You can farm that pretty easily. You have 1 month to get that together. And I was on a stream last night from a pretty new stream, low view count, whatever. Doesn't matter, pretty good streamer. But he told me that he farmed 1 platinum in 1 day of PvPing, not doing quests. If you do quests, you might get it, you know, in less than a day or a bit over a day. Since I don't play the game yet, uh, I don't know for sure how much gold you actually get at max level for each quest you do. I mean, I think it's going to be the same equivalent to World of Warcraft. Max level gets you higher gold rate. So you can farm that up pretty easily. You got 1 month, and if I can believe that guy that said it last night to me, is he farmed 1 platinum in 1 day of PvPing, which means you only have to spend a week to get your subscription. That to me
It's worth it.
is enough to say, fuck WoW, I'm going to WildStar. Because not only does it give you, in-game money currency for a subscription, it looks so awesome. While World of Warcraft is still stuck in that 2006 idea of their game. I mean, here and there, there's visual upgrades and whatnot. I mean, I think in Warlords of Draenor, they're gonna do the Draenei's, give them a visual upgrade. That's one class, man. That's one race. That's not gonna help you if you want to stay on top of the game. And they're gonna have to switch majorly in their thought process to be able to stay the top one game or MMO in the business, because fucking World of Warcraft, watch out, because WildStar is fucking coming.
Right. Well, and you got to think too. How many games have just not Blizzard, but everybody made to try to take over World of Warcraft? I mean, you had Rift.
By the way,
you had Rift. You had Smite, which Smite was kind of a,
Smite is a MOBA.
Smite's a MOBA, so it's kind of like League of Legends, but it's there. I know there was a couple. I'm not gonna pretend to know this, and I don't know this,
Defiance, Elder Scrolls Online recently, and there's so many others out there. I mean, there's not even Star Wars: The Old Republic is one of them. Which is sad that they went free to play, because I think it's totally not worth going free to play in Star Wars. You just get so limited compared to the subscribers, but you gotta have a difference. Fun fact about WildStar, by the way, a bit of a trivia. Guess who they have as developers?
Didn't they have freaking some WoW developers or something like that come over?
Vanilla WoW devs.
Yeah. That's freaking crazy, dude.
So they know how MMOs work.
They know how to make them successful.
Exactly. And, it's highly endgame. This is way more endgame probability or possibilities than World of Warcraft. Once you hit max level in World of Warcraft, you get a big gear, you're done. There's no reason to play it anymore. WildStar still has, a lot of other stuff. I didn't really prepare for WildStar, but
we can
we
will hit, and I'll tell you guys that right now. We will hit. You guys can give us some questions. Throw us some questions on. You can comment, and make sure you guys hit us up throughout the show right here at Geeky Antics, of course. If you want to give us some mail at geekyantics.com. If you want to hit us up on Twitter, please do so at Obi1X2 at DocRoGames. We will, of course, we'll answer them right here on the show. I got my phone right next to me.
You can personal message me on Twitch as well if you feel like it. Just go to DocRoGames on Twitch and you'll find my channel, and just PM me. That's no worries. I'll reply to everything you send me. Same as on Twitch. I recently changed my. I deleted my DocRoGames one and changed my DocRoTunes one into DocRoGames. So if you type in DocRoGames, there's only one channel you're coming out on. So yeah, hit me up on that. No worries. I'll gladly respond. And
might respond if you send him a dick pic.
I definitely will respond if you have a dick pic.
That's tiny.
I'll just post a picture of like.
What was that you were singing earlier? You go black, go back.
Once you go black, you never go back. Yeah, exactly.
My shirt.
What?
Very black guy right here.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
other.
I gotta have my buddy.
Going back to.
Love my buddy, dude. Yeah. You'd love my friend. I gotta have him on the show, man. He's so funny.
All right.
He's like.
Go
ahead.
Yeah. Now, going back to Diablo for a second, because I'm almost finished with that. 2.1, so the big content patch is going to be a Monk and Crusader patch.
Yes.
They're going to do massive overhauls on those two classes. Crusaders are overpowered, so they're probably going to nerf them a bit. And Monks are the other way around. Monks are getting buffed as shit. Another thing they're talking about is Cinder Coat is the item for fire damage right now for a fire build. Everybody's going fire. I play a Demon Hunter. I'm a fire Demon Hunter. It's just OP as shit. Yeah.
Yeah. We do talk about dicks all the time. Just not right
It's my girlfriend. She knows what I talk about in daily life.
Oh, is that your girl?
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna get her now. Yeah. I've been wanting to talk to you, ma'am. We need to talk. Can Doc be late every now and
then?
Snip, snip. If you're late, Doc, you're in trouble.
Anyway, yeah, so, the Cinder Coat is exactly, the item you want to have as a fire build. I'm not running it at the moment because, one, I didn't have a good one drop yet, with good stats and 3 sockets and all that, what you want. So I'm running the full Marauder set. It's the turret build. You just pop your turrets down, and they do insane amounts of damage. Yeah, it's just so OP. But what people in the community have been talking about is like, yeah, why is the Cinder Coat only fire? I mean, there's a lot of people that want to run cold specs, and so the Blizzard devs are like, you know what? We might put in a cold Cinder Coat for the frost builds. And I think that's a really good idea. I mean, Cinder Coat, okay, it's the item you want to have for fire, but it's got to have some variation because otherwise people are just going to get bored with the fucking game. Like everybody's going to have to run fire because that's the OP shit at the moment.
Well, and chat says, with what you were talking about, and I'll get back to that, Sarah. With yogis, like, monks haven't been given enough love since basically Hellfire. And if Diablo could never given casters enough love. That's with every game. Casters don't get shit. It's all the guys that get up there, the warriors, the barbarians, the everything that gets up in your face. That's who gets the love all the time. Or the healers. The casters or damage dealers don't get love ever in any game.
To touch on that, because Yogi, you're talking about casters in general. They are buffing witch doctors even more than they are now. Witch doctors are the top DPS together, top AoE DPS. At the moment, if you are a bit geared, like let's say you get all your shit out of Torment 1, like all gear out of Torment 1, you can run Torment 5 with no problem on a witch doctor. That is just how it works.
That's who I'm switching to.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, and what you were talking about, Crusaders and all that shit, and barbarians. Barbarians are the shittiest class at the moment. That beard row, yeah,
dude,
nigga.
I'm growing a beard. I swear to God, you guys are just like making me sad right now because I just cut mine off for my brother-in-law's wedding a couple weeks ago or last week. So it's like, I want my beard back. I see too much white face in here. Right? See too much face in my beard. That's not good.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean that's pretty much all the major changes. Monks are going to be buffed. Witch doctors are going to be even more buffed, and the reason why I said is right now there's a passive ability and an active ability, or a set bonus better. So a passive ability and a set bonus for witch doctors that spawns them fetishes. It's like little guys running around doing damage. At the moment, you can only have 15 maximum.
You can only have
they're gonna
them bitches, all right? That's it.
They're gonna split that up. Passive and set bonus are gonna be able to spawn 15 fetishes. So you get 30 fetishes. If you run a physical build on a witch doctor, you're gonna do retarded amounts of damage. It's fucking insane. I'm running with a witch doctor in my clan right now. He is our top DPS because of his fetishes. He's got 15 of them. He does about 50% more of my damage, and I'm an OP demon hunter. I mean, I just do 10, 15 million crits if I'm lucky. He's got 15 things of those doing 7 million crits. Count it out by yourself. It's a fucking retarded. Whispering through his sock.
Who you are?
No, you. You sound really low, apparently.
Because I'm not talking.
No.
What do you think I sound low for? Yeah, because I'm not opening my mouth. Don't say a word.
All right. Well, that's pretty much me done on Diablo. To be fair, because all the biggest OP class at the moment. I touched. I said it already. Demon hunters, witch doctors, by far. If you want to be the class that never dies, run either a demon hunter, run either a witch doctor or a crusader. That's about it. Why don't you start us off, Obi, with League? What's going on?
Done already?
Not really.
No, I want to talk a little bit more about the Diablo and the not necessarily.
All right,
We can
all
hit
right.
WildStar like really heavy next week. We'll actually make a full segment on it. But
Yeah.
now Diablo, and I want your guys' opinion too. Okay, I know I get a bunch of. Oh, she didn't hear me. I asked you earlier. I was like, is it okay if Doc can be late every now and then? Just because, what if the show, we got a whole bunch of viewers, and we're just asking. I just want to make sure it's okay with the boss. So, if that's okay, we really appreciate it.
Yeah, exactly.
I gotta ask the boss, and it's not Doc, okay? It's not Doc. It's you.
Hey, man, she's wearing the pants, all right?
Literally, don't get up.
Yeah.
Don't you get up. Don't. No, pre-stream, guys, we were sitting here talking about what we were talking about today, and then the fucker got up. I was like, dude, Doc, sit down. That's not what I want to see on Sunday morning. I'd say this is a religious day, but for some people it is, some people it's not.
Obi, you are apparently really, really fucking low. Like, as Pepe says, you're like at 20% volume while I'm at 100. So you're up.
Yeah, okay, sure, no problem.
Just for convenience. Yeah, I'm literally in my boxers right now because I got out of the shower like an hour ago.
There, that should be better. I can't stand this freaking thing. This is really
pissing
me off.
This is way better, for me as well. Like you sound. See, I wasn't lying when I said you sounded low. You know what? When it happened, I guess when you bumped your hand, something happened to your mic because that's the point where it got lower.
Well, it's like it turned down for some reason, like it, like when you have it on there and it has, your mic has or the program has exclusive rights to the mic. Well, I unchecked it and everything, and it's still jacked up. So we're just gonna keep going.
Yeah.
Thank you guys very much for letting us know that. We'd hate to do a whole freaking show where you guys can't hear me at all. Which for some people, it's okay. But anyway, getting back into Diablo. Now I told you, Doc. I mean, Doc's been helping me a lot. And of course, I've been getting I got my starter account and all that other stuff, which I'm probably gonna start a different one, just so Doc, you can send me a link for, any free shit that you could possibly get, maybe. But we're gonna start playing that, and we're gonna get WildStar. Okay. So if you guys do play those two games, Diablo and WildStar, and you want to play WildStar, be advised we are going to play that. Hopefully, you guys can play that with us. Of course.
Well, me getting WildStar depends completely on my Reddit.
You're gonna get WildStar regardless. I'll make sure you get WildStar, but it's to the point where if you guys do want to play with us, we do want to have you guys there. I do have some more free time now. I stopped playing a couple other games, which was was fun at the time. It just couldn't happen right now because I got to concentrate on stuff like this. The talk show. So, but we are going to be playing as much as we possibly can, and of course we are at EU, and that's just how we roll. I don't know where I was going with that, really, to tell you the truth. Yeah. Right. EU. Oh, and by the way, if anybody did listen to the intro song, that is the Pentakill song from Riot. We got some special permission for this show to to play the song. We did get legal consent from Riot, and they said, yeah, sure, go ahead, use it. And so we wanted to play that Pentakill song. If you guys have not heard the Pentakill soundtrack from League of Legends, you have to freaking check it out. You have to check it out. We're gonna put a link right in chat so you guys can check it out. Go ahead, Doc.
Yeah, the song is the Hex Score. It's an instrumental song, but it's so fucking good. It is my favorite song on the album. They released, I think, 8 or 9 songs from the Pentakill. If you guys know about it. It's the band, the champions from League of Legends. So I highly listen to that. Talking about Riot. Set us up.
Riot. This is what we got, guys. We're EULCS. Now, I have a couple questions. We have the rated teams. We want to get to reason again. I think I got it set up wrong. We want to get to the
talking about EULCS, Dignitas. EG. Oh yeah, EG is an A. I'm still used to CLGEU, man. Well, it's Gambit or Rocket or Copenhagen Wolves. Alliance. Both. Oh yeah. Obi, stop. They can't hear you anymore. They can't hear you anymore. No, they can't hear you. All right. So yeah, what Obi was saying is that there is one team that lost 80% of their games and now they're fucking stomping. That's Fnatic. They're doing really well this week. I hope to see more of them next week. Really excited because Fnatic is a really good team. Looking at the standings, I mean, top KDA ratio for this week, Reckless is number 2. He's got the second highest KDA right after Froggen from Alliance. So yeah, I mean, I hope they can keep it up. They're a really good team. They've been around for a while. So only if they play against Alliance, they're gonna have a bad time. But that's pretty much it. You guys let us know in chat if Obi's better now. He feels a bit ill. PJ salty.
I do.
But yeah, if you want to add something, just
Doc, you ate my voice.
Yeah, I guess.
Wow. Can you guys hear me now? Man, this is really... Jesus, I hate this crap. It's messing me up. But anyway, I'm going to get back into it. The most underrated team, like I said, is it's not Fnatic is not the most underrated team because they're sucking ass right now. The most underrated team, and I had this in, but of course, talking to you, fixing my mic, of course.
Yep, you're back.
Terrible.
Obi, you're back.
Yes. All right, cool. Thank you. Top did go over the top performers, KDA with Froggen, and then Reckless, And then, of course, tabs. If you guys know tabs, he's got, it's 9.6, 7.8, 7.1. And the top last two is Mimer, 5.6. And the guy before that is Creatine with the 6.6 KDA, which is, if you guys know about, League with the KDAs, you take your kills plus your assists, and then you add them, together. So if you got 5 kills, 7 assists, your KD, and you have 1 death, your KDA is going to be 5 kills, 7 assists, so it's going to be 12. I mean, you add the two together, and then you divide it by your deaths. So I mean, it's not that hard. But if people don't know what it is, they're like, how do you get a KDA of 12 and you only have 6 kills?
Yeah, exactly. What Yogi touched on, I love underdog and big comeback. Touching briefly on NA, I see that very much happening always in Evil Geniuses. They suck ass all season long, but when the point comes where they have to win for let's go back split, they lost every single game in the preliminary. They had a chance to qualify still for the summer playoffs. They won every single game they had to win, and they're back in the summer split. And right now they're sucking again, but I'm sure once the time hits where they have to perform, they will. Which because they can do it, but they just don't. That's the problem. And I mean, they have so many roster changes that it's just hard to get a team synergy going there.
Right. Well,
but that's enough for NA. But that is a pretty good example about an underdog team making comebacks. That's and I kind of see Gambit doing that. In EU, I think they're gonna step up their game, because they're, or Fnatic for that matter, because they're on a losing streak, and now they starting to win games and win games and win games.
Right.
So
well, and I don't want to get too bossed up on the Fnatic is just losing and losing. They're still second place in the season rankings. I mean, you got SK Gaming, of course. You guys know SK is going to go freaking run shit. Fnatic, which is 17-11. And then you got Alliance, which is the top team of the week for me, is at 16-12. So, I mean, and then you got Rocat, Gambit, Copenhagen Wolves, and the last two are Super Hot Crew and Millennium. I watched a game last night. Super Hot Crew just beat the living hell out of Fnatic. It was so funny because they were talking about... Fnatic can roll over them. You know how they on the EU or the NA LCS, they sit there and say, "What do you guys think? You guys vote right now." Well, the vote was for Fnatic to win 97%. 3% pick Super Hot Crew, and they beat their ass. I mean, into the ground.
Yeah, that game last night kind of reminds me of I don't know if you guys saw the World Cup match, Netherlands versus Spain. But that game last night reminded me of that fucking match in the World Cup. I mean, I don't know if you saw it, Obi. Spain is the current world champion, right? So the hottest team in the crew. Netherlands went 5-1 win against Spain.
And isn't Netherlands? They're not even freaking ranked.
Yes, they are. They were
in
the final. They were in the finals 4 years ago. They lost to Spain.
4 years ago. I'm talking about like right now. They're not even ranked. They're so far down there that they're like a freaking,
Well, they're the before the World Cup. Flying Dutchman. Before the World Cup. Netherlands is a pretty much underdog team. And going up against Spain in the first match they play on the World Cup was like, oh shit, it's going to be 4 years ago all over again. And Spain took the first goal. What is this madness? Hold on, I'm proud of Netherlands. Yeah, this year 15th in rank, exactly. Spain got an early lead with like a penalty or whatever the fuck. And me and my girlfriend were sitting on the couch watching the game, and we were like, "Well, that's done." You know, there it goes again. And then just a massive comeback, and that's what I see. Well, that's what you and me see happening to Rocket as well. They
Mm-hmm.
just completely stomp competition when the time is there to stomp, and that's what makes the game so good, and that's what makes professional gaming so awesome, because you can say, like, you can say now, like, top team SK Gaming. Well, it's pretty hard to catch up on them, but
Mm-hmm.
you can see that happening to, let's say, Copenhagen Wolves. I mean, they can win the rest of their matches
And
and climb in the top five.
it is happened. I mean, you caught me off guard when you start talking about fucking football, but
Yeah,
there's so many things that can happen. I mean, yes, these standings right now are just the standings of right now. I'm telling you right
yeah,
now,
exactly.
SK Gaming could sit there and just have a 5-game losing streak and be in like number 6.
Yeah, exactly.
it's just how it is. It's just picks and bans are one of the most important parts of the game. I don't care what you
Yeah,
say. I don't care what you think. Picks and bans are one of the most important parts. If you don't pick your champions right, or you don't pick the right comp, and you don't ban the right people, all right. We have a few, the LCS MVP of the week, and I wanted to say there, and it's going to be Froggen. And
yeah,
congrats to him as well. This is just for me. It's us. It's just it's not nothing big. But Froggen is the MVP from us this week, just because of his Anivia play. I mean, over the last week, I've seen Froggen play Anivia 3 times in LCS and beat that ass. Yes, he's played it. He's
the
played it
problem
more
is,
than 3 times. He's played the champion more than 3 times, but he's stomped them with the Navy just the last the last 3 games in the last week. So I mean, it's the champion pool that Froggen has, and the ability to adapt and to make sure that he does whatever he needs to do to win is just amazing.
yeah, the thing is, the problem, what that is, Froggen's and Ivia play is, he doesn't play it often, and when they're playing against him, people are not like, "Oh, he's never gonna play Froggen, and he's never gonna play Anivia anyway. We don't have to ban it." But if you're playing against Froggen, ban the fucking Anivia, man. So he can't get his hands on that, because that's fucking murder.
Well, and going back to NA, it's just like giving Cutie Pie a Lucian.
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
it's just like giving I'm a Cutie Pie Lucian. If you give Lucian to him, you're done. You don't even have to play the game. You're done.
It's
He
like,
just
all right,
it's
surrender at 20, boys.
or giving tabs Twitch.
Yeah,
Come on, really? Or on the other side of it, giving freaking what's his name from CLG, Double Lift, giving Double Lift Jinx.
yeah.
Stupid.
The problem is, there's and not in the case of Alliance. I mean, Alliance is a good team. You see that every week,
Mm-hmm.
but Alliance has such a big champion pool, and you only get 3 bans. And I mean, I'm not really up to date with Alliance and their champion pool, but I mean, sometimes Anivia is the least, because you can shut down Anivia pretty hard. But the way the team comp, they build their team comp around that Anivia, and they protect the shit out of her. I mean, even ADC gets set back to protect that Anivia. Why? Because Alliance's ADC, I can't remember his name right now, but Alliance's ADC is so good in positioning that they don't really have to worry about him, because he's going to do all right anyway. And if you get an Anivia fed, that's fucking GG. So at 20, you're done. Get out of there.
Well, when out there, okay, and he can throw his Q out there and take every single minion with one sweep, and then do.
Yeah. Once that Anivia, once that Anivia stun lands, you're fucking done. If you lose your lane, you're fucked. Yeah, exactly. I mean,
If you get 100 AP, you can one-shot people.
your voice is gone again.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't
Anyway.
know, man. This is retarded.
So yeah, what Obi was saying, in case you didn't hear, the only problem you'll have with Nidalee endgame is her fucking spears. I mean, I saw who was I think it was last night. Um, uh, Someone was playing Nidalee and just going up against that. I mean, even if you build as much magic resistance, only build MR, and you know that is just a pain in the fucking ass to deal with because she helps you with one spear. That's fucking retarded. I mean, just fucking ban her. If you play ranked or draft pick this week, just ban the fuck out of Italy. Other notable bans, Evelyn, and she's always a notable ban or a worthwhile ban in my opinion, because you don't see her coming. You gotta buy fucking pink wards all fucking game long. I mean, your first item might as well be a pink ward if you're running against an Evelyn. Just, it's just so bitchy to deal with it. Oh, you're back again. Apparently.
I don't think I ever left, but I don't know. It's
whatever.
I'll set up my headset next week so I don't have to deal with this because this is retarded.
Yeah.
But anyway, he was talking about Evelyn. Evelyn is one of the, I'm sorry to say this, guys, but the Evelyn players, I hate all of you on a personal level.
Yeah.
Just because
I play Evelyn, I'm a fucking asshole.
you are. That's without playing Evelyn, but yeah. If you're ADC, I'm telling you right now, this has happened to me 3 or 4 times this week. Okay, where I was ADC, I had my support, we were in Skype, we were winning lane, we were stomping them. Evelyn come around and kill us both. Double kill. Are you serious? You can't stop her. And of course, my support wouldn't get freaking pink wards. So instead of buying more gear to do more damage, I'm sitting there, all right, I'll buy a pink ward, I guess. They just starve us out. I mean, she's just really good. Other notables, I want to make sure if Kassadin is not necessarily a band, okay? The only thing that you cannot do, if Kassadin gets 1 kill before he gets 2 deaths, you're fucked.
Yep.
That's just how it is. If you give Kassadin 1 kill, he will snowball that into a win, guaranteed. Unless he just does not know how to play. Now, there are a couple more bands here that are really yes and no, but it's got to be specifics. Kha'Zix got nerfed, so it's really not that bad. He's not that bad of a champion. He still does a lot of damage, but what he got nerfed with was his what is it called? Where he
ultimate.
No. His Q got nerfed.
Yeah, and his ultimate as well.
Yeah, well,
it doesn't give damage reduction anymore.
Right. Well, the Q got nerfed to where it still segregates some. I can't remember the word. It still segregates somebody, and you do extra damage, but the damage was cut in half when that person's by himself. Well, why do you need that damage or that ability? Or why does it say if you segregate this person from everybody else, you're going to do extra damage, but it's 50% less now?
Yeah.
So it's basically you don't do any more damage than if you were in a crowd.
Well, you kind of do, but it's not as game changing as it was before. I mean, if you single out a single champion with Kha'Zix before the nerf, you would just two-shot him. As to now, you gotta have like 5, 6, 7 hits on him. Right. But it's still OP in Kha'Zix's way. Like if you can stay on a single target, that dude's fucked.
Well,
but it's
he
not
is one
as
of the ultimate assassins. I mean, you can jump in there
yeah
with somebody at quarter health. If they're by themselves, you hit one Q and they're gone, and then you get a
yeah
reset.
exactly yeah.
So,
But it's not really. It's not really, it's more targeted bans
mhm.
for Kazakhs. If your team is, or if that enemy team, and you see, they're not big Kazakhs yet, but that they're gonna build around the Kazakhs, you just ban the fuck out, and they're nothing with their team comp anymore because it's
Right.
not gonna work. That it's really like a targeted comp ban, whereas the next champion, Jax, should be a definite ban.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Now and we this is one of our another site. We have OP Champ of the Week too. If you don't ban Jax and you expect them to pick it and you win, good luck.
Yeah. Now, the only way to really counter a Jax, if he gets through and whatnot, there's only one champion, Nasus. I mean, Nasus is just,
All right,
you
we're
know.
gonna start this right. We have a couple more bans here. Of course, Jax is one of the worst. If you don't ban him, you're gonna lose probably. Twitch is a very good. I mean, like I said, tabs on Twitch, and yes, I think I'm going back to actually no tabs is in EU, but we're going back to it. And Twitch is just he's detrimental. If you don't know how to play against him, if you don't know what to do, you're gonna die a lot, and that's
Yeah.
just from personal experience. One of the last ones is that we suggest is is Soraka. If anybody has ever played against Soraka or laned against Soraka, dude, oh my god!
I put that originally in as a joke because
Well, she's not.
uh,
It's not. It's
no,
not a
no, no,
joke.
no. No, no, no. I used to start that as a joke, and then she started becoming really OP. The reason I put that in is I used to always say, ban the fucking Soraka, ban the fucking
Mm-hmm.
Soraka. And then she actually started doing good top lane. And everybody was like, at first, everybody was like, I saw it first played on LCS, and I was like, Soraka top? What?
Mm-hmm.
And that player just stomped with Soraka.
Just like Quinn top.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
People don't think Quinn's an ADC. You don't think Quinn would be good top. Quinn
Yeah,
destroys top, dude.
yeah,
I
yeah,
seen
yeah,
a Quinn.
exactly.
I seen a Quinn go against a Jax and beat his ass. The only
Yeah,
reason
yeah,
they won is because the only reason that the Jax team won is because it was like a 50-minute game.
yeah. Once Jax gets full build, you're done. Um, but yeah, I mean, Soraka is a band to think about. I mean, you can shut her down easily. Get some good ganks top lane or wherever she is in a lane, and you can shut her down easily. But if you
Mm-hmm.
let her go, if you just let her do her thing and build up, you that heal that AOE or global heal is just gonna make that team just undiable,
Mm-hmm.
unkillable, and it's a noteworthy ban. It's not a definite ban like Evelyn or Jax is, but it's something you might want to think about.
Well, and it comes down to where what is your team picking? Okay,
Yeah,
if your
exactly.
team's picking something, they have a tank jungler and they have a tank support, a Thresh or a Leona or somebody that's going to go all in on you. Soraka might be just the perfect thing you need because you got all you need, and this is an average, what a team looks for. Front
Yeah,
line 2P, back line 3. Now, a team that can actually go front line 3 and back line 2 and do enough damage to win is the team you want. That's the team when I get into a team and actually have my team that I'm actually playing with right now, and we actually go into the pick and ban phase. We want to say, okay, what do we want? 2 or 3 tanks. Just because it's just, if they're going tanky already, of course we have to answer that. If they're going to go Renekton, of course we're going to go Shyvana or Jax. If they're going to go Shyvana, of course we're going to go Jax or
yeah,
Renekton. We're going to go there, and just because it's you gotta play against picks and bans, guys. If you don't ban the right people, you're going to get stomped. If you don't pick the right comp, There's so many different comps that you can have. You can have a poke comp, a siege comp, a defending comp, just everything. There's only like 3 comps literally, but there's so many different variations of all those comps that you have to know your shit, or you're not going to get past bronze.
Yeah. And I want to talk about like overrated champs because we got worthwhile bands, underrated team, whatever, underrated champions like Soraka top or a Quinn top.
Cho'Gath, underrated.
Yeah, exactly. Cho'Gath. I still think, but that's from my point as a jungler. I still think he's a better jungler than a top laner, just because it's clear time. But I want to talk about one champion that is, in my eyes, overrated, and that is Renekton. People start picking him and start picking him and start picking him, but if I go I just
get Shyvana and destroy your ass late game.
Yeah, exactly. If like let's say my top laner goes Soraka, right? Or well, let's pick a decent top laner for once. Let's go. Let's say you're going Shyvana top, right? And you're going up against the Renekton because the person thinks like, all right, I'll fucking stomp her ass. He has no escape other than his flash and his fucking E.
Slice and dice.
Yeah, slice and dice. But that's not good enough because it's not far. It's a very short range of a dash.
Right. Well, you got to remember too, the people that play Renekton, okay, know how to play that. If and let me say this the right way. If you play Renekton, you need to know how to play him.
Yeah.
Know what his abilities do. Know what happens. Know how far that the slice and dice. Yes, you get 2. If you hit 1 minion, even if it's your own, you get a second. You get a dice. You get a second move. That's going to save you 9 times out of 10, especially from a player like Jax, Shyvana, Nasus. You're not going to want to trade. I'm sorry. I'm really, really sorry, and we're going to get in this in a minute. But Nasus is one of the most OP top laners in the game. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
The Kayn, and I'm going to use something from Trick 2G because I watch him all the time. The Kayn is real, okay? It is real. If you don't think so, go watch his stream.
To touch on Renekton again, just think about it. You're slicing your dice. Jax's jump has a longer range than your dash. Cho'Gath's Q has a longer range than dash. So there's no escape from that if you don't do it right. And people just, I'm not, there's some amazing Renektons out there, but most Renektons I come up against are just not good enough.
Stupid.
Not good enough. People are like, oh, Renekton is an OP top laner. No, he's not. He's an OP top laner if you're good with him. Just like Lee Sin in the jungle. He's a shitty champion if you don't know how to play him. But if you know how to play him, you just fucking stomp.
Because there's so many things that a Lee Sin can do. With warp jumps and...
Renekton is one of the highest skill-based champions. You gotta know his mechanics through and through. And if you don't, you're fucked. You're going to lose your lane no matter what.
And if you're playing against somebody like a Shyvana or a Jax where Renekton is going to have the early game advantage and you're still losing, yeah, you need to just uninstall League and never play again. That's just how it is. Again, I am going to try to get Doc to play League with me on EU West. Of course, you guys, I have a level 20, what is my guy, 23, I think. We're going to get to 30 and we're going to start a team. Of course, the Sunday Dose team, if I can get Doc to play, we'll need. Okay, you guys know I'm ADC. You know Doc's a jungler. So we need a top, we need a mid, and we need a support. Who wants to join? There you go, guys. But, again, champs. OP champ of the week.
Nasus.
No, that's not the OP champ of the week. Nasus is our champ of the week. Because Nasus is so overpowered.
Champ of the century, you mean?
Nasus, as of right now, you get stacks, you win. That's it. That's all you have to do. You don't have to win laning phase. You can get destroyed laning phase. If you can get your stacks up, you win.
Yeah.
That's all you need to say.
Just stay top while the other champ is roaming and farm your shit.
For the love of God, if you play Nasus and you want to start playing Nasus, you don't take teleport, I swear to God, you get on my team, I'll bail. I do. A Nasus that does not run teleport is stupid. Well, I want to run this.
Unless you got a dickhead like me running Nasus jungle.
But that's jungle though. I'm talking about Nasus top. If you don't run teleport, which the meta. Okay, we're gonna get on this too later in future weeks. The meta. The meta for League of Legends right now is top. You have to run teleport because there's so many people now. You play Renekton, you play Jax, you play stuff like that to where, a ignite is gonna be a little bit better than a teleport. But you got to realize, what are you going to do to your team if you can't get down to them fast enough? Especially if you're the OP Jax or Nasus.
Yeah.
Now, the OP champ of the week, of course.
Is the one we've been talking about for a while.
Been talking about, Mr. Jax. Again, if you don't ban Jax and he gets one kill, just like Kassadin. And not even a kill.
Yeah. Farm. And assists. Let your jungler, as a Jax, be a nice guy and let your jungler have the kills. Why?
Because you're going to get him in late game.
No, because if your jungler has, a couple of kills, let's say your jungler is running Lee Sin, right? Lee Sin just needs the early game advantage. That's the problem. I run Lee Sin sometimes. I've been training him. I've been practicing him. I'm confident enough to say I'm pretty decent at him now. My mechanics are getting better and better. But if you're running top lane Jax, and that happens with my rank team that I currently have, Divar Gaming, we're kind of on a slow fire right now, but we had to kick some people.
I'm coming. I'm leveling up.
I know. But if my top laner runs Jax and I'm running Lee Sin, he's letting me have the kills. Why? He's getting money from assists and from farm because he outfarms practically any champion in the top lane.
Just with his ult passive.
Yeah. So he's letting me have the kills. He's like, all right, no worries, buddy. Get the kills. I'll get the assists. And I'll just get big anyway. By 20 minutes, he's got like a fucking Borg and started his fucking Triforce. I mean, that's just how Jax works right now. That is a problem. He's running teleport flash just to fucking troll.
Or not even not even flash. Teleport exhaust. Not exhaust, but teleport what's the one that makes you faster? Run faster.
Heal.
No,
Ghost.
Teleport Ghost is what most
heal
Jaxes
makes you
are
run
running
faster.
Right now.
If you really want to go troll mode, just run heal in top lane. That's fucking hilarious with Jax. Teleport heal on Jax in top lane, just normal games. Don't do that in fucking ranked because people are gonna start bitching at you for trolling. But if you just want to dick around in a normal game and just run teleport heal on Jax top, it's fucking hilarious because you trade off early game, level 2, level 3, whatever. You got your stun up, you got your Q up, If you do that and you're trading off against, let's say in a Shyvana, and you're starting to do damage, but Shyvana has that little bit of more damage because she bought a longsword and you just went, let's say boots and pots, whatever. And she's about to kill you, you just go like, nope, and heal. And that is such a dick move, man. But be prepared to get reported.
Yeah, well, I did it the other day. I ran Jax with heal teleport, and they were so mad that it was a regular game too. They were so mad that I got I got a message from Blizzard or from Riot.
Yeah,
I got banned for 5 hours.
Oh wow!
Really?
Nice.
It's my first ban, man. Come on, we're gonna troll it.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, next segment. We're going to get right into it because we got about a half hour left or so. And we're gonna talk about a few things, with, of course, Geeky Antics is getting into as much as possible with, all the hype of, E3 DreamHack and anything else coming up. DreamHack now.
Oh, DreamHack is going on right fucking now.
Exactly.
If you don't know what's going on, Twitch has a event page for DreamHack. Just in the search bar on Twitch, just type DreamHack. You'll probably see DreamHack LOL there. From that channel, you'll probably get redirected in the links below in the information button to the DreamHack event page. There are 46 casters on like a bunch of different channels. That is just insane. 46 fucking casters on a couple of streams just for that event. It is in what is it? Sweden right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's the DreamHack Summer one. Later in the year, it's going to be DreamHack Winter. Talking about DreamHack, they're holding a StarCraft tournament on DreamHack every year in the summer, and the finals of the StarCraft Invitational are at DreamHack Winter. Now the prize pool is $25,000 for the person that wins DreamHack Summer. That is pretty good pocket money, if you ask me.
Yeah, you think?
And you get 4,000 WCS points. That is the World Championship Series. That is later in the year. Which means is that you get higher rankings than other players, so you probably end up not having to play the preliminary rounds, so the group stages and all that stuff. You won't have to go through that. You can just get right into the single elimination matches. At DreamHack right now, there's 96 players that started, 3 rounds of group stages, which narrows them down into 16 players. Those 16 players go into that single elimination match to narrow it down to 8 players. Those play live on stage for the number 1 spot, and those top 8 can qualify for the finals at the DreamHack Winter. Those are 2 players, so top 1 and number 1 and number 2 are going to go head-to-head again at DreamHack Winter. And that is going to be an even bigger prize pool.
So if you guys do like it, what game is this?
StarCraft.
StarCraft. This is StarCraft. So if you do like StarCraft, don't forget to check out. It's happening right now. I mean, it's right now. DreamHack is right now. So if you guys watch any big streams, you guys watch Swifty, you guys watch Chinglish, you guys watch any of the Soda Poppin', anybody guys that play WoW or any kind of Blizzard games, they're at DreamHack right now. I was watching Phantom Lord yesterday playing League of Legends. And he's like, yeah, he's screaming and everything, and there's people in the background just watching him and people playing themselves. Next year, I want to try, Doc, and if it's going to happen, I will make sure you get a ticket too. We're going to DreamHack next year.
Oh, yeah.
I'm telling you, man. We got to go. we gotta
go.
Go. And then just maybe we just have our show from DreamHack.
Maybe.
Cool. That might be cool. Because
from the hotel room.
No, from right there.
Well, I don't know if that. Oh yeah, that does, because I know that last year, a friend of mine from Ace Games, what I used to be in, Ernsky, he streamed from DreamHack last year, playing games and everything at the booths, so it should be doable.
It is doable. It is.
Yeah.
The only thing that we would run into is like background noise and stuff like that. But if we have our mic set up and all that other stuff where we can, it's right here. We should have no problem with that, which would be kind of fun next year. So and even everything, BlizzCon or just whatever. I want to go to something.
Yeah, my dream thing is to go to E3. Like I just want to go to E3 one day.
Did you watch the horseplay this Thursday?
No, I was asleep.
We were talking. We were like, okay, we're gonna talk about E3, and then all of a sudden Yogi's like, well, we don't even really care about it, but yeah, we do, but yeah, no. Like, yeah,
well,
Doc's OP about E3 hype train. Like,
oh
great.
fuck yes. I mean, I watched every single day. I didn't watch Nintendo because fuck Nintendo. A lot of people are not gonna agree with me, but I just can't be fucked about 3DS, Wii U, all that bullshit. They're just not up to par with the rest of the consoles and the PC. They just try, but they fail horribly. Um, and what I was most excited about was Borderlands, the pre-sequel. The third game in the series, which happens between Borderlands 1 and Borderlands 2. If you played Borderlands 2, Captain Jack is like the evil guy in Borderlands in the second one.
Mm-hmm.
In Borderlands, the pre-sequel, he's actually the good guy. So that's going to be really interesting to see how that plays out. And it plays out on the moon. I mean, come on. You can do a butt stomp.
Now, the one thing that I did agree with, and I can't. There we go again. My freaking thing went down again. God, I hate this damn mic. The one thing that I did remember, and I cannot wait for it to come out, is the Assassin's Creed. I said it on Thursday too. I'm a huge. I mean, when it comes down to the single player games, which now the Assassin's Creed Unity is actually going to be a multiplayer forum now. Which is
co-op, bitch.
Exactly. I can't wait. But the one thing that I love, I played Assassin's Creed on the original Xbox when it came out, or PlayStation. Xbox, yeah. When it came out, so it's to the point, and I'm getting rid of my Xbox, by the way. So I won't be able to play Assassin's Creed anyway. So whatever.
Why?
Because all my friends, everybody except for Yogi, has PlayStation 3. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to put my Xbox on eBay. I'm going to put my Xbox on eBay with all my games, 2 controllers, connect, and then whatever I get out of it, I'm just going to add money to it and go get a PS3.
Nah,
yes, I said PS3.
You should keep your Xbox because I have an Xbox.
Well, yeah, but it's to the point where my most favorite game that I love to play is the MLB The Show. Well, if you know about the show, it's exclusive to the PlayStation, which I hate that because I love playing baseball. Hashtag Red Sox. Sorry, Yogi, but it's just I love baseball, but you can't play. You can play 2K. I mean, I got a game right here for Xbox. Okay, now of course I gotta have my Madden. But this is the only baseball game you can play for Xbox. Is the 2K. I mean, it's like, okay, yay. It's 2K4. What is this? 2K12. I got 2K14 down there. But it's the only one I could play on Xbox, and it really sucks because I want to go in there and actually be in the show. I want to actually, guide my guy and power him up or, whatever he's going to be. If he's going to be a home run hitter, make sure I get my power first and my contact and all that other stuff. It's just... Yeah, anyway, but I can't wait for Assassin's Creed to come out, and I might just keep it, Doc, just to say I have both, and maybe stream with both. I don't know yet. I really don't.
I have one game that I forgot to mention, and yes, it is for Xbox One only, but it just looks
Titanfall?
So fucking good. No, not Titanfall. There's one game that just has to be mentioned. Batman Arkham Knight. It is. I watched the trailer. I watched some gameplay, and it's just so fucking beautiful. It is. Man, I am gonna have to buy an Xbox One just for that game. Like that is just the bottom line. I just can't deny the beauty of that fucking game. So yeah, that's the last thing that's the last game I want to talk about. I mean, it's just it did such a good job. What makes Batman OP in the new game? Fucking Batmobile. That's all I'm gonna say. Batmobile is gonna be a big part in the new Batman game, and it just looks so fun. You got fucking go in battle mode, all that stuff. You got the lethal rounds, you got fucking machine gun, rockets, and all that stuff. You can use all that shit. And man, just cruising through fucking Gotham City with your fucking Batmobile. I just can't wait. Like, the only thing I'm gonna crew fucking Gotham, pop some hip hop on and just lower the seat, roll down the and yeah, Batman game comes on, but my PC is so shitty I will never be able to run that thing. So yeah. And to be fair, I bought an Xbox for GTA 5. So, I wanted to play that game as soon as it came out. I bought an old box and has it now. She got for her birthday from me. I bought a new one, the Black Elite one with 250 gigs. And yeah, I'm rocking, I'm done with GTA now for a while until heists come out. But, once heists come out, I'll be playing that shit all fucking day long, man. So, yeah, I'd have to do what, both of us, me and my girlfriend, I'd have to do the same for Xbox One, for Batman. And, Borderlands is probably going to be Xbox as well. So I might have to pick up all 3 games. Yeah, that's about it for me on E3 because there's not much left to tell about that either.
Yeah.
So
right. Well, I screwed up the show.
I saw. Oh boy, what have you done?
Yeah, I'm getting yelled at right now, everybody. But E3.
What have you done? Hey. Boom.
What?
There. Fixed it. Anyway. Let's just delete this part because I already touched on that, which is the only thing I wanted to talk about. Love the lag.
Yeah, the lag is epic. It's
Oh, that's great. That's great. Well, yeah. The last thing I really want to touch about, from my point, is MLB. Baseball standings. Where we at this season? As of June 14th. Oh, maybe I can switch that. No, June 14th. That was yesterday. So where are we at? Yogi might be happy about this. New York Yankees actually ahead of Boston Red Sox. But of course, Boston Red Sox won the World Series, so I'm not too fussed about it. In other things, that's from the Eastern League is Toronto's leading right in front of Baltimore, and then Yankees, Red Sox, and then Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay is just a piece of shit team. They're never gonna win. Central, Detroit is leading, right? And Chicago White Sox, my fucking arch enemy, is at the bottom. So that's a good news. Yeah. So last game of Boston Red Sox, they lost with 2-3. So I don't know. They're not doing well. New York Yankees lost their match as well with 1-5. So that's Red Sox still a better score than Yankees. So whatever. Yeah. Other than that, the Western is Oakland leading, Houston last, Texas pretty last, Seattle, and then LA Angels right after Oakland. Detroit is actually they won their last game with 12-9. So they're a team to watch out for the World Series coming up. They might win this shit. So we'll see about that. Hopefully they won't surpass Red Sox this year, but the season Red Sox are having now is just. I mean, they're not doing well. Let's call it that.
I think no, yes, I don't know. Apparently, this mic is terrible, and I have a different one.
Yeah, seems like it. Huh? The thing is, the Yankees have their time. I mean, they need new players, and they need fresh players. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, of course. I mean, they're still considered the best team out there because they've been doing so good in the past. But I mean, they just, they're done. I mean, they can still compete in the leagues, but they're just not what they used to be, and that's kind of saddening because all in all, nothing wrong about the Yankees because they're a good team, but they're gonna have to make some major changes in order to step it back up to the '90s, 2000s. I mean, if they wanna be up to par with their performances, then I mean, they're gonna need a whole fucking new team. To be fair, um, so yeah, I mean, Boston is getting some new people in, and they keep switching out and trying new different things, and it works out for them. I mean, it worked out for them last year, and right now they're in a losing streak again. But I'm sure that one day or once they figured it out, they're just gonna rise to the top again and might even go double time on the World Series. So
Right. Well, if they don't, I mean, if they don't figure something out, and it's to the point where the teams that were just bombing before and just had the championships and just every year they were up at the top. Those are the teams that have all the players, and I'm going to say it like Derek Jeter. They have the players like that's the only one I can remember really. But Derek Jeter's old, dude. Time to give it
yeah,
up, man. It's time to retire, bro. You don't retire, man.
yeah,
The only reason why the Yankees, and I'm gonna be honest with you, and this might make Yogi happy, it might piss him off. The only reason the Yankees have not won is because they still have all players.
yeah,
I'm sorry to say it, and I love you guys with all my heart, but the Yankees are losing even more. Yeah, they're in the lead right now. But the Yankees have not done anything postseason in the last 2 or 3 years because they have those old ass players. You need to get fresh rookies in there. You need to get somebody in there, even though you say, okay, Derek, this is what we're going to do. We're going to still give you your 80% of your games, but we're going to play this guy in your spot 20% of the time because we need to make sure because you're going to be done in a couple years. no matter if they want to sign him again or not. He cannot. He won't be physically able to do it. Hey, how old is Jeter? He's like 40-something, isn't he? 30, 35, 36 years old?
And 30, like mid-end 30s.
I
I
mean,
mean, it's the same as in football. You don't play football or soccer or whatever past your like 35, because that's when you start deteriorating from the inside.
yep.
I mean, your bones are more vulnerable. You can't take as much risks anymore. If you look at the young guys from the Boston Red Sox, those guys jump into walls head first, try and catch a ball. You don't see the Yankees do that anymore as much. I mean,
It's
every
because
now
they're
and
dying.
then, yeah, they're just slowly turning into dust.
Slowly. Just and
But
I'm
no,
gonna.
I mean, enough. You know, you can bitch about the Yankees all you want. They're still one of the top teams out there. I mean, even though they're old, but they're gonna have to change in order to keep up with all the new blood that's coming in from all the other teams. I'm not only talking about Boston, but like Tampa Bay. I mean, they just recently switched all their fucking players out almost for new guys. I mean, from the year they just picked up a whole bunch of people are in the base team. You know, the same problem that the Yankees have goes for the White Sox. To be fair, because they keep their old vast players in there. Why? Because they're good players, but not as good anymore as in the '90s.
Right. Well, I mean that. Like I said, that's just from you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just not happening right now for some reason. So I do apologize about the audio. That I will get it fixed for next week, and I'll get it fixed by Thursday because it's gonna piss me off anyway. But Doc, you got any more that you need to pop out about the MLB or any topics that we had today?
Well, not really. I think I pretty much said everything other than Yankees suck. But
Of course, that's just
uh, but no, that's pretty much all for me. To be fair, I really need to take a piss. So, and I need pants.
yes. Well, can you like turn up or before you get up so I don't I really don't. I really
Nah, I can wait for a couple minutes. That's all right. I got an empty bottle next to me, so I really can't drink it anymore.
hear the crap.
But yeah, no. I mean, about the National League. So the National League MLB, Atlanta and Milwaukee are doing amazing jobs. By the way, I mean Milwaukee past St. Louis. I would have. Yeah, I mean St. Louis is even is doing, but it's Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh sucks every year.
Yeah. But
Sunday dose for this week. I know the weird hear me. I don't like Doc. Yeah, there we go. I want to appreciate you guys tuning in for the Sunday dose with And the guys next week. I mean, really, that's that's about it, right? Doc, you got anything?
No, just kidding. I just want to say, I just want, I should. He gave me some ink gaming on Twitch. I'll put his channel right. Go check him out. He's American as well. Normally, I won't really touch on American gamers, but go check him out. I have one more person that I really want to really want to mention YouTube and a streamer as well. If you just look her up on Twitch, it is the same channel, same way of writing it. Just go check her out. She really, really is an awesome player, an awesome person, an awesome gamer. Go check her out. She is amazing. And well, those are my plugs for today, except for go follow me on Twitch and Twitter. Both the same name as on Twitch. So that's you got me.
My sound is locked. Let's go check out Geeky. It's Geeky Antics. Have a which is the it's pretty decent. Which you guys all get of our podcasting. We do love those guys too. And you I actually had it right here, but then I lost it for some reason. So the new show that Yogi's got coming up here in the near future, which is, I have to see it again, Bit by Bit. Yes, Bit by Bit. Be looking for that to come up here on Geeky Antics, which we can't wait. And, of course, right here, Sunday Dose, Sunday mornings, 9 a.m. Eastern Time, which is 3 p.m. in the Netherlands or in Amsterdam. Correct, Doc?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's safe to say 3 p.m. in Amsterdam right there. So you guys check that out. We will see you guys next week. This is Obi1X2, my cohort, partner in crime right over there, Doc Road Games. Don't forget to tweet us out through the week, guys, so we can get your special idea, or we can get your ideas or your comments right here on the show. We'll see you guys next week. This is the Sunday Dose. Peace.
Peace. All right, everybody.